This is Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood. I am here with Oklahoma death row inmate Anthony Sanchez. The date is June the 16th, 2023. The time is 9:08 p.m. Tonight, we are going to be journeying further into the Gospel of John. John chapter 1, verse 35 through 42. The next day, John was there again with two of his disciples. When he saw Jesus passing by, he said, "Look, the Lamb of God." When the two disciples heard him say this, they followed Jesus. Turning around, Jesus saw them following and said, "What do you want?" They said, "Rabbi, where are you staying?" "Come," he replied, "and you will see." So they went and saw where he was staying, and they spent their day with him. It was about 4 in the afternoon. Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, was one of the two who heard what John had said and who had followed Jesus. The first thing Andrew did was try to find his brother Simon and tell him, "We have found the Messiah, that is the Christ." And he brought him to Jesus. Jesus looked at him and said, "You are Simon, son of John. You will be called Peter." Anthony, tonight as we look at this passage, it's interesting how, like, when we look back at biblical times, we look back as if it's just normal to, like, meet a guy on the street and follow him around and call him the Messiah. Like as if that's something that just happens every day. Um, I think sometimes we forget how bizarre and how strange these encounters are. I mean, meeting somebody on the street, calling them the Messiah, and going with them to their house, not something I've done. But at the same time, perhaps it also speaks of the fact that in modernity, in modern times, we have missed or we have lost a sense of wonder. It makes me kind of think, I wonder what God is doing. And if I was able to completely see what God was doing, surely I would find that strange too. So I think what God is calling us to through passages like this is an open heart, an open mind, and an open heart, and an open soul, so that we can be like the disciples and follow God where we find Him, where we find her, where we find it. What do you think, brother?
Well, Reverend Hood, to me, John 35 to 42, it's John being happy to tell people, hey, look, this is Jesus. And John was pretty much letting everyone know who Jesus was. Kind of like what I've done with you. I did not know you. No one in my family knew you. After talking to you and getting to know you, I wanted everyone in my family to know you and how good of a person you were to me. Reverend Hood, thank you for being cordial and dedicated and keeping a healthy friendship with me. It's hard at times being alone. These 12 years being underground, 2 stories: fear, anxiety, worry, weakness, feeling overwhelmed, those type of emotions set in. Nothing will compare to what this place has done and what this place has been. From handling the mounting pressure that grows each year, only the inmates on Oklahoma's death row will be able to fully understand these emotions and feelings. With your help, every day I'm getting better. You have also showed me how to leave behind preconceptions and holding grudges. I give it I'm still working on my pride. But as for my case, I know you have identified a lot of significant issues. And I and my family look forward to hearing you ring that bell loud. So loud that no one can disregard what was said because the bell was so loud to not hear and to take back. So I want you to notice, Reverend Hood, this is from my heart. Thank you, Reverend Hood, for being a positive impact in my life. And thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you, Anthony. It was incredibly kind and incredibly generous. You know, as you said that, I just thought to myself, that's the nature of following Jesus. That's the nature of discipleship, that we, you know, treat others with love and kindness and generosity so that others might learn to treat others with love and kindness and generosity. We exist to pass such things on. And when we don't, and when we stop passing such things on, that's when we begin to die. So I'm thankful for you because you pass tremendous grace, generosity, forgiveness, love to me, and we reciprocate. And by doing so, we are able to emulate the love that Jesus showed the disciples and all who knew Jesus. I'm thankful for you, brother, and I'm thankful for those who are listening.